I haven't reviewed a drawing tablet in quite a while actually, and I haven't even given much thought to the market in general in some time until the folks over at XP-Pen reached out to me about their latest budget tablet for drawing, and it is genuinely impressive. And they sent 4 of these, so I've actually got some special plans with these for you guys as well. But either way, here's going to be my review of the XP-Pen Deco Fun XS, or extra small, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, don't forget that I have a Twitch channel that you can go ahead and follow me on for live microphone reviews and much more than that. But you're also going to find my Instagram and a link to the Tech Summit Discord in the description. So come join the community because it is a pretty cool one. We've also opened up a Patreon as of late where if you join, you'll be automatically entered to win one tech gadget every month in our exclusive giveaways. Details to that are going to be down below. Don't forget to check out the description for everything. Now let's get right into the video. Now let's begin with an unboxing, and it's going to come in this tiny box, which once opened, through cutting through the plastic and breaking the seal itself, you're going to come across the drawing tablet itself, and underneath that you're going to find the stylus, replacement tips, the clip for replacing the tips, and some instructions as well, all of which are going to be very useful, and of course we cannot forget about that USB-C cable for power and data. The exterior design is very simple, and it's going to be very thin here too. This tablet is tiny, taking that extra small moniker very seriously. It is a total square for sure. It's comprised of plastic to keep the cost down, to make sure that these are going to be easier to travel with than a lot of other tablets are. Now you're going to come across a glossy top over here for the face, and then the drawing surface is going to be matte textured to make drawing a better experience, of course. And besides that, there's just going to be a USB-C port on top and some room for a strap of sorts if you wanted to. Now on the bottom, you're going to come across 4 rubber feet over here, which are pretty grippy, so if you do set this down on your desk, it will definitely stay in place, even if you're drawing more roughly, as I tend to do. Now, I was sent over 4 different colors for these tablets, and these are pretty nice. You've actually got the black one that looks very simple and will work for most people. It does have more of a professional look to it. You've also got the blue one that does accent the black pretty well as well, and you're going to get a mintier version of that blue, which they do call green, and is more suitable for people who do prefer brighter colors. But there's another one that is also suitable for those exact same kinds of people, and this is going to be my favorite, which is going to be the red one that I think accents the black on the surface very beautifully, even better than the blue one, but that's of course very subjective. So there's plenty to choose from, and you're bound to find a favorite for sure. So XP-Pen uses the pen tablet software to make adjustments to their product. For instance, you can go ahead and take a look at the sensitive areas of this display in order to make sure that they do cover as much ground as possible, though there isn't too much ground that it can cover here considering how small it is, and you can make adjustments to the shortcuts attached to your pen as well. There isn't much more than that, since this is just a very simple tablet, but it is good enough for me. So when it comes to performance, I was actually very pleasantly surprised here. Budget drawing tablets really have improved over time, and in this case I found myself very comfortable drawing on this tablet. While there is a pretty small surface area for drawing, I found myself getting used to it rather quickly, and while I didn't necessarily touch all that much on the stylus a little bit earlier, this is a very good one, and it is actually pretty unique. I don't think I've tested a stylus like this, or at least with this shape, before, and yes, I do think this is a good stylus because of its shape. Now the buttons on it are also going to be very clicky and very satisfying to use, which a lot of other manufacturers tend to opt in for mushier buttons. These are way better, but with that aside, it is going to be very comfortable to draw with, and while I initially found the sensitivity of the pen to be a little too high, I got used to it very quickly, which I did enjoy, since being able to adapt to these devices is very important to me. I did some sketches over here with this tablet, and I found myself getting precise enough. I am comfortable using the smaller surface area for drawing and stills, but when it comes to animation, I would say that things do change a little bit here, or quite a bit I should say. I felt like it would often get in the way somewhat, mostly because I need extra precision when it comes to animation, and this was more slippery in its performance in that sense. So like, it's not ideal for animation, and the surface area size also plays into that, but for stills, the tablet is more than good enough for most people, even if you're just a beginner who wants to learn how to draw digitally. Plus, in software, you can still adjust the sensitivity but by default it might not be the best for animation, and I am saying this from experience. Either way, this is still a very good stuff that you're getting here, especially for still artists. So when it comes to complaints, I pretty much only have two things that I wish that they could fix on this one moving forward. So primarily, I find that the surface scratches up a little bit too easily. It could just be that maybe I've been very aggressive with my stylus and tablet, but I started noticing these scratches very early on. So treat it with care, but I would also just really like to see something more resistant in the future. And then the other thing that I would say I wish could change is that I wish that they had added maybe some more functionality to the glossy portion, whether it was a touch-sensitive button that could be customized or just giving us that space for more surface to be able to draw with. But as of now, it doesn't have much use whatsoever. But that's pretty much it. This is a very good tablet for the money that works over USB-C and has some customization to it. It's great by default for stills, and you can create some amazing works with it depending on your skill level, but it's also just a great entry-level tablet for those seeking to learn. With that said, I can very much strongly recommend this, especially if you're into stills. Like I said earlier, I have too many of these, and while I want to keep the red one, I do want to hold a giveaway for the rest of them. So the others are still brand new, but I did open up the box to show them to you. However, I will be choosing 3 winners for these tablets, so do make sure that you leave a like on this video and even comment which tablet you would like to win below. And subscribing also does help a lot, especially if you did like this review. It always goes a long way. But go ahead and enter through the link in the description and follow the instructions there, which are going to be very simple. And then once I choose all of the winners, I will contact each one in the order that I picked them. And remember that there are going to be 3. So the first one that I reach out to, I'm going to ask them what color they want. And the same thing with the second one, excluding whatever color the first person ended up getting. And then for third place, they're going to get whatever colors left over. But obviously, all 3 winners are going to get a tablet no matter what, which is what matters most. So yeah, best of luck to you all. And if you are still interested in purchasing this on your own, maybe you would rather just guarantee yourself a tablet, then do make sure to check out the affiliate links down in the description. Those are going to be very much appreciated. I would really love to give a very special thanks to all of my patrons, especially the $10 patrons or the tier 3 patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support. That is going to be specifically to Omar and Saad Al-Wazal as of now. Your support really does go a long way in helping us make videos just like these. And now I would love to give a very special thanks to our tier 2 $5 patrons. Let's go ahead and roll that up. And this is super important. I would just like to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons, which are going to be listed right here on the screen. Again, a massive thanks to you all for supporting us to help us create the kind of content that we bring to you on a day-to-day basis. And thank you so much for supporting the Tech Summit podcast as well. And just remember that if you would like to be a part of this community too, and then do make sure to check out the links to our Patreon, where you don't only get bonus episodes of our podcast, but you also get automatically entered into one of our monthly giveaways of a tech product that we have reviewed that is of at least $50 in value or higher. So links to that down below. And now don't forget about the rest of my social media, such as my Instagram, my Twitch, which I do stream on fairly often, and there's also going to be the Patreon, but you already know about that. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.